Hi and welcome to Top Tips Tuesday again. Jeff here from GCD Property, and this week's tip is for those investors looking for a higher than average rental return. So we all know with new purchases now, the rental yields are not as strong as what they previously were due to the increasing obviously interest rates, but there's another way we can actually really increase that rental return and give us a much stronger cash flow. These properties are known as co-living, and they've really been designed to cater for that growing need of single individual people that need affordable accommodation. And I have a lot of questions around the concept and pros and cons and how they work, so I thought today would be a great time to just explain it as it's becoming a more popular way for investors and also catering for that shortage of affordable accommodation. So we're looking at a floor plan here and I'm going to explain in a bit more detail. So this is known as a co-living property. So as you'll see from the floor plan, looks like a fairly traditional 3-bedroom double garage with a 2 living area type property, but there's some real big differences here. So you'll notice that each bedroom has its own bathroom ensuite. So what that means is we can lease these out to 3 individual tenants. So they're beautifully designed, double garage. Quite often we'll have our own storage facility areas for each tenant as well. They have common areas so they can cook together and have that social interaction. But if they want to come home and just be on their own or study, they can have their own fully self-contained room. So it's really providing for that really shortage and need of that type of accommodation. So looking at the figures on how the property would work. So today's example, we're just using a property worth about $700,000. So if we leased it out on a traditional single lease arrangement, we'd probably rent the property out for somewhere around that $600 per week. However, if we rent it out as a co-living type property on 3 separate leases, we can rent it out for about $250 to $300 per room, which gives us a weekly rental return of about $800 to $900. So that's about $10,000 a year extra income by renting it out this process. There is some other benefits as well. So this type of property is not relying on any government funding, so we can go out to the open market. And also we can still lease it as a single dwelling if we choose to. And at the time of selling the property in the future, when we need to sell the asset, we can sell it as a traditional home with extra bathrooms. Great for parents with teenagers or elderly parents that want to have their own facilities. Absolutely perfect. So these figures that I explained today are correct as the time of writing, but again, these figures will change, depends on the property, the location, the rental income, etc. So if you like the concept and want to know what's available, reach out and we'll have a quick conversation. Thanks for watching and see you next Tuesday.